see it. Okay, here we go. Oh. All right, we are back. Well, brothers and sisters, it just come with the territory. That's just how it is. If I was streaming some foolishness, we wouldn't have no issues. But anyway, we back. But like I told y'all, we ain't gonna have this little setup for too much longer. We just having it for now until we get some other things set up. And then once our other stuff set up, we'll be back to having a wired connection. So we won't have these issues no more. But for now, just gotta bear with it. All right. So we had read 2 Timothy chapter 4. And we read verses 14 through 16. And we were talking about how, Paul, he was brought up to councils and everything. And, the men, that was judging and stuff, they were crazy, man. And so, unfortunately, a lot of your companions, sometimes that are with you, man, they don't want no part of what you getting. But again, Christ said, the servant isn't greater than master. So the things that happened to him, hey, it happened to Paul. It happened to the other apostles. That's just how it is.
I was just going to say that's why it's so important to be faith focused.
Mm-hmm.
Because you have to prepare for this,
Mm-hmm.
and our brothers and sisters don't be thinking about this. They be thinking about trying to be outward, my garments, my head wrap, my beard. But are you ready for when you got to stand for this faith?
To be separated too, because you're not finna be going up before these, people with your homeboys and your homegirls and your church or your camp. You're gonna be separated. You're
Ain't
gonna
no
be
clique
alone.
faith.
Yeah, this ain't no click-based faith. Click-based faith.
The enemy gonna separate you.
Yeah, you're gonna have to stand alone. You're gonna be by yourself. This is why you gotta learn how to encourage yourself in the Lord, because you ain't gonna have nobody there to email and all of that. You're gonna have to learn to stand on your own. Christ had to do it, we gotta do it too. And that's just the way it is. And unfortunately, a lot of Israelites, they're gonna fold. They are.
John the Baptist was separated. Jesus was separated. The prophets, they were separated from, that's because that's a tactic of the enemy.
That's right. And also, it's because it's ordained of the Lord.
Yep.
Because He want to see.
Mm-hmm.
He want to see if you are truly worthy. Because He ain't finna just let anybody be God and king. No, he gotta see. Are you ready for this greatness I'm gonna put on you? I gotta see if you really about it. That's the way it is, brothers and sisters. Now, we're gonna go to Mark 14 and 50. Because remember, it says, but all men forsook me. Mark 14, and we're gonna read verse 50. When you get there, go ahead.
And they all forsook him and fled.
Right? So the disciples, all of them that was following Christ, they forsook Christ. When it was time for that, that trial, that test, they took off. They didn't want none of what he was getting. They ran, took off. Even Peter, he followed Christ, stuff like that. But when they pressed him, I don't know. He was cussing and everything. He was mad. Because, brothers, so that affliction ain't no joke. What do they say? Adversity introduces a man or woman to themselves. You find not really who you are. And that's why a lot of times in your walk, this is why the Lord allowed the enemy to press you so hard, because that's when you find out, do you really have patience when you get pressed? Do you really have that long suffering? Can you still be kind under that pressure that you under? Do you still have the wits, even though you're going through so much, do you still have the wits to call upon me? Or do you isolate yourself and don't talk to God, nobody, mama, dad? No, you just total isolation. Or are you still in control? See, that's another thing.
Like that song, the heat is on.
Yeah. Can you operate under pressure?
That's right. Can you stand the rain?
What they call that? The combine. You know, you see the NFL combine, you know, you got these guys, they all juiced up, running 4.3s and stuff, 4.4s. But in the game, when you're under that pressure, when that crowd yelling, when you're tired, it's the third quarter. You ain't got as much as energy you had in the first quarter. Can you still run that 4.3? Can you still run that 4.4? That's what this is all about, bro. So this is a race of endurance. I forgot what they call it. What is that? Cross country?
Oh, man.
This is a triathlon. That's what this is about. It's a game of endurance. And those with the most endurance, that's who win. Even boxing, that's one of my favorite sports. And I've seen guys get in there. I mean, clearly, skill-wise, you know, this boxer may be better in every way to this other guy, skill-wise. But that other guy, he might be trash, but he got something that the skilled guy don't have, and that's endurance. His durability, his endurance, the amount of punches he could take. He got stamina in the 12th round like he do in the first round. And what ended up usually happening is that so-called guy that's trash, he ended up beating the skilled guy. And everybody scream, oh man, you know, the skilled guy, he just had an off night. No, he didn't have an off night. It's just this guy had that endurance. That's what it's all about. But now, back to 2 Timothy 4, and we're going to read verses 17 and 18. Okay, and when you get there, go ahead.
Notwithstanding, the Lord stood with me and strengthened me.
Boy, that is heavy, brothers.
Man.
So don't let that go over your head, but we got to keep reading 18.
That by me the preaching might be fully known, and that all the Gentiles might hear. And I was delivered out of the mouth of the lion. Verse 18. And the Lord shall deliver me from every evil work.
No weapon formed.
Yes, sir.
The weapon going to be formed, but it's not going to prosper. Go ahead.
And will preserve me unto his heavenly kingdom, to whom be glory forever and ever. Amen.
That's right. So even though all forsaking him, just like all forsaking Christ,
Yes, sir.
notwithstanding, nevertheless, you say the Lord stood with me and strengthened me, and he's with you. And he said, I'm with you always to the end. He said, but the Lord stood with me. Don't you understand, Brother Reggie Jr. teaching Christ? You understand the Christians and the law keepers? Don't you understand they're going to be after you? Don't you understand that? No, but I understand this. Notwithstanding, this is what I stand. The Lord stood with me and strengthened me. The Lord with me, that's all I need. I don't need nothing else. I'm good, man. I'm good. I've been in many situations, brothers and sisters. Don't let my youth fool you. I've been in many situations where all I had was God. You either call upon the name of the Lord and he save you, or you dead, or you get destroyed. See, that's when you find out whether or not you really got faith. Right. Do you really trust God? Notwithstanding, the Lord stood with me and the Lord strengthened me. And then I like too in verse 18, it says, and the Lord shall deliver me from every evil work. The stuff that I see and the stuff that I don't see. And the perfect allegory for that right there, brothers and sisters, is Wile E. Coyote. Right? Yep. Right, y'all? Y'all remember Wile E. Coyote? Remember that? Him and Coyote and the Road Runner?
Yep.
Remember them? See, we the Road Runner in that show. And Wile E. Coyote, he was the enemy. And he would form all of these weapons. He would form all of these traps on how to get the Road Runner. And it was stuff that was supposed to work. Even laid the trap down, tested it before it worked. But every time the Road Runner ran over the trap or something like that, guess what? It didn't prosper.
It didn't prosper. Yes, yes.
When they seen it didn't prosper, what? This didn't work. Then Wile E. Coyote go run back to the trap. Then they end up working on him.
Yeah, yeah. You gonna fall into the trap you set.
You're gonna fall into your own snare. Yeah, that's right, Sassy Britt. The Road Runner was extremely clever. He was. Some of the stuff you like, man, this is pretty clever. But every time the show's creator being God, had it set to you will never be able to catch the Road Runner. Every trap, everything you set is going to be fail. Why?
Wow.
Because the creator designed it that way. That's right. No weapon formed. It's going to prosper. Meet. You were going.
Meet. Yeah.
No weapon formed, bro. So this stuff we be reading be all about us.
And if you look at the Road Runner just real quick, y'all gotta watch that show if you haven't. Just look at. I liked it the way the Road Runner wasn't bothered.
Yeah. Right, he was
like
unbothered.
He just smiled, do a little smile, like I ain't bothered.
Throw his tongue out.
He was confident, telling Coyote, me, like sucker. But you did try it again. Right. And so that's the kind of spirits that the Lord wants us to be in. Just like that Road Runner. Don't worry about child. Don't be bothered about this here Wile E. Coyote.
Wile E. Coyote, he put water out, put poison in the water or something corrosive in there. Then the Road Runner, then he drank the water, then he run off. And he like, wait a minute, this sucker ain't dropped dead. Then Wile E. Coyote go get the same water, drink it, and then his head explode on the poison.
Yeah, and he was like, but if I drink any deadly thing,
like Paul got bit by that snake that was venomous. Let that snake bit somebody else, they would have died. Yeah, but he didn't die.
So y'all brothers and sisters need to be encouraged. Those who may be going through, all the afflictions and troubles and stuff. Man, put your trust in the Lord. He got you. God is one thing about God, and I can tell you from my own experiences, he is truly faithful. When I tell you he gonna do what he said he gonna do, you better take it to the bank. I don't care how much time pass. I don't care how overwhelming the situation may be or whatever you're dealing with. I'm telling you, God be coming through.
That's right.
He's faithful. He gonna do what he said. He said he gonna preserve you. He gonna make sure your enemies don't overtake you. You better believe it. He say he gonna bless you. He gonna bless you. Ain't no devil in hell. Ain't Satan churn. Nobody can stop it because it was already written. and preordained. That's
by the
why you can go to
Creator.
bed at night.
Remember, I told y'all this is a stage play?
Mm-hmm.
Well, just like Wile E. Coyote, I could say it's also a show.
Mm-hmm.
And the show's creator dictates and determines everything that happens. And don't let what Sister Angela Caraway said go over your head. With Wile E. Coyote, she said he can be blown to smithereens and come right back. Didn't it that happen with Christ? And it happened with us too. Didn't it say Satan, he left and departed for a season? That's what he do. Because I gotta come back with something that I think can get you. And this is what your enemies do. Remember, that's how Wile E. Coyote was. He kept coming back with these Acme products.
That's right.
That he thought could get him. Okay, I know this right here. This is gonna be what get him. He came out with bigger and better traps.
That's right. Yep. But it just couldn't prevail.
But it did that much more harm to Wile E. Coyote. The bigger they were, the more creative they were, the more harm it did.
And remember on the show, somehow Wile E. Coyote always ended up where falling off that cliff, and he fall
the
all the way down. See, because that's the fall. So in other words, your enemy gonna fall every time.
That's right. That's right, Daniel P. We see that happen with Haman. Remember that Haman Mordecai? That's the same thing that happened. That weapon was formed, but it didn't prosper. And guess what? Haman and his family ended up hanging on there, feet dangling.
That's right.
Because also what you want for my servants, that's going to happen to you. But we got to move on, y'all. So,
Matthew 10.
Matthew 10.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that's right. Matthew 10. I'm going to read verse 18 through 22. And even though Paul was not overcome by these traps that were set, that's still considered persecution. Because someone's trying to afflict you. So Matthew 10, and we're going to read verse 18 through 22. When you get there, go ahead.
And you shall be brought before governors and kings for my sake, for a testimony against them and the Gentiles.
That's right.
But when they deliver you up, take no thought how or what you shall speak. For it shall be given you in that same hour what you shall speak.
That's right.
For it is not ye that speak, but the Spirit of your Father which speaketh in you. And the brother shall deliver up the brother to death, and the father the child. And the children shall rise up against their parents, and cause them to be put to death. And you shall be hated of all men for my name's sake. But he that endureth to the end shall be saved.
Look at that word again.
Endureth.
Endureth. This is an endurance race, brothers and sisters. All right. Now, back to 2 Timothy 4. And we're going to go ahead and read verses 19 through 22. And brothers and sisters, we will be officially done with the 2 letters of Paul to Timothy. So verse 19 through 22. Oh, yeah, go ahead.
Salute Prisca and Aquila, and the household of Onesiphorus.
And these were all fellow laborers with Paul. Go ahead.
Erastus abode at Corinth, but Trophimus have I left at Miletum sick.
That's right. So he was at Miletum, but he was sick. So yes, brothers and sisters, the servants of God, yes, they do get sick.
That's right.
And when you get sick, brothers and sisters, that is no indicator that somebody is righteous or wicked. If somebody gets sick, that's the first thing Israel do. Yeah, well, they must have been doing evil. Well, Well, they must have been no brothers and sisters. We in these flesh bodies. That's why Paul say we desire to be delivered from these things. Because they get sick, they hurt, they get old, they feel pain. But that is not a measure whether somebody is righteous or wicked. Go ahead.
Do thy diligence to come before winter.
Because it's hard to move in winter. Go ahead.
Eubulus greeteth thee, and Pudens, and Linus, and Claudia, and all the brethren. The Lord Jesus Christ be with thy spirit. Grace be with you. Amen.
And that is the end of this letter of Paul to Timothy. So Paul, he just greatly desired to see Timothy, especially with his death nearing. So that is it, brothers and sisters. Again, I don't know what book I'm going to be doing next. I always let the Lord lead me. I have no idea. But I'll know. When it's time, I'll know. That's how it always is. So I want to thank you guys for your time. I want to thank you all for coming together, fellowshipping with one another, encouraging one another, being kind to one another, setting an example for our brothers and sisters that's on the outside looking in. Okay. So with that, brothers and sisters, stay safe, enjoy the rest of your day, and I will see you in the next lesson. Shalom.